Right, I want to talk about a movie that I'm excited to tell you, but I can't give spoilers. I cannot give spoilers. Oh man, when I saw the trailer of this Late Night with the Devil, I was kind of a little bit hyped a bit because it had that. I knew it had that 70s vibe, but also kind of looked like The Exorcist, like the band version one. So it got me a little bit hyped up, okay? Like oh, Oh man, where do I start with this movie? It's very hard not to give spoilers. But I can tell you a little bit of the concept. So before you get in, but you can see this on Shudder as well. I think in April it is as well. So if you miss it at the cinema, you'll see it on Shudder. Man, this guy really hit the nail on the head. It might not be a lot of everybody's cup of tea, because in this generation, yeah, you have to be patient to watch this. If you're in the mindset of an adult, you'll like this movie. That's all I can say to that. And the reason why is the whole concept is David here. He is a host of a show, and you are the viewer. So it's like you watching a TV show, game show, and that. All of this, I can tell you this now, because it's not a spoiler, really. It's about 90% is actually on the stage what you see in the trailer. Not kidding. This guy right here, I can't say his surname, but there you go. Props to him. He acted fantastic in this. He came off as a bit of a douche as well, So, putting it straight out there, it's about David. He hosts a show. It's a bit of a mixture, like a game show and a talk show. It is, and there's certain scenes that go black and white. Don't worry, this is part of the movie. The black and white scenes is what you hear behind the scenes, and like what you're not supposed to hear. And you hear a lot of stuff, then you go, no. So as you see what you saw in the trailer, I'll discuss what's in the trailer, and I'll discuss my, how I feel about it. So, yeah, he basically does this show, it's a 1970s edition, and I don't know, how to feel about this. Because this is so expected after a long streak of pretty bad horror movies, This is a one that would teach a lot of horrors how to basically do scary horror. You could tell the CGI in this never really is full 100%, which makes it better. There's some huge scenarios in this that are really effed up. Now, the girl, I want to talk about the scene with the girl. Yeah, that scene, that's when it's so fucked up. It's beyond a level. So he tries to communicate with the devil to get the ratings and everything like that. And as you know, what you see in the trailer, that's the first sign of disaster. And it goes from there, and you see a different side of David, as well. That it's not all about the ratings now, it's about the show. And he comes off of this, I don't know, it's something at the back of my mind. And as you see with the clips here, that goes crazy. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you about that part. The multiple parts you see in this. How can I explain this to you? On a Sunday, you have your dinner, and then you sit down, you watch a TV show, a game show on a Sunday. That's the feeling from this. The only difference is it gets messed up. And it gets pretty messed up. So much that you feel the Exorcist vibes. If you've watched The Exorcist, the classic one, and how bad that was, and it got banned and stuff, you feel the vibes. You do feel the vibes of this movie. I guarantee you it. I swear upon the wells. You do. You do. I thought to myself, it's going to be slow. It's going to be sluggish. You might see an odd scene and that's it. Patience and adultery is what you need for this movie. Like, it's a work of art. And I hope we don't see the last time of this. I really hope not. I really hope not. Like, we need a odd, not all the time, but when we have an odd something like this, yeah, it's pretty much legit. I'm gonna basically put it out there, which is the best version to watch it at your cinema or at streaming at home. That's a tough one. That's actually a tough one, because you want to see it on the big screen, but at the same time, it might be better on your average screen as well. If you have a big screen at home, hell, you might want to watch it twice. I kind of want to watch it again. So I'm going to watch it again, and then by the time I watch it again, I know people have watched it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, wow. And I think that's how I'm going to know which is the best way to watch it for the experience. There, see that bit there, what you just saw? That's the part I said it makes you dizzy. But I didn't expect it being that good. I thought, yeah, the classic, it's going to be slow, sluggish. If you invested, but you have to be invested in the host. If you can't get invested in the host, you will not like this movie. You have to invest in David in this movie to like this movie. That's all I'm going to tell you. And then the other actors and what happens, gets more exciting. And then the ending of this, you're like, ooh, please. Or you're like, did that really just happen? Because it does. It does. And it's all about the ratings until things F up and they want to cancel the show. This is basically the storyline, so it's not a spoiler. You want to cancel the show, and then obviously you see this other side of David itself. So the question is, I need to ask you all, Is David in this a douchebag? Or is it something else? Well, the views are still there. You know, somehow. I was still there watching, and when I left, I realised that I need to watch this movie again to actually relive those days when horrors took our breath away, disturbed people, when movies actually got banned as well. This represents this movie. It may be not on the banning stages, it may be not on the scary stages of some people. Me, I felt those vibes. I felt those vibes. If you understand the classic horrors, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm talking from the black and white days to coloured. And what happens is out of this world. Guys, what do you think of the movie? Let me know in the comments below.